One may think that the most important thing that happened yesterday was the establishment of Liz Truss as the 15th Prime Minister of Her Majesty's. They just keep coming and coming and coming, don't they? You know, there's a never-ending change of prime ministers. It's like running a football club, just constantly changing the person in charge. And that rather brings me to the point. Because yesterday there was a meeting of the Committee of the Digital Culture, Media and Sport. That's the committee linked to the ministry that used to be headed by Nadine Dorries. God knows who's going to take that over now, but I am very interested to find out. And that's the committee where Liz Truss recently sat down and told stories that various people have suggested were not entirely true. She insists they were true. These are stories about her adventures while she was involved in filming a reality TV show called Tower Block of London. And she said that after the show, people from the show came to her office or something and had lunch with her. One particular woman and her sons. We think we know who she's talking about, and that woman has said, no, she's never had lunch with Liz Truss, and wouldn't even if Liz Truss paid her. Liz Truss, I mean Nadine Dorries. Isn't it extraordinary how some people can get confused? Nadine Dorries. Nadine Dorries, the person who is no longer going to accept ministerial office, not the person who's just become Prime Minister. I mustn't get confused by these people in future. I must realise that everybody is an individual, and that brings me back to the Digital Culture, Media and Sport Committee hearing yesterday, which might just have been as important for some people as the establishment of Liz Truss as Prime Minister, because in the meeting, which was grilling a senior member of the BBC, it was suggested that Gary Lineker should not be making pronouncements about politics. The specific pronouncement that caused problems was comments about water and about sewage. Sewerage is the actual plant machinery. Sewage is the stuff that's flushed out to sea, which apparently shouldn't be happening. Well, I agree it shouldn't be happening. We are churning our waste into the channel and upsetting many people and the fish. We shouldn't be doing it. We should have better systems. I don't understand why we haven't been investing in sewerage systems, which would then control the sewage. And Gary Lineker has made pronouncements about this, and I think perfectly reasonably, but government ministers are apoplectic. Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. If Gary Lineker should not make political statements, however mild, then equally politicians should stop referring to football. Because one only has to switch on the Parliament channel and there's another reference to football or to what team this person or that person supports, as if I care. As if I care. The only person in Parliament who has any right to talk about football is Chris Heaton-Harris, who is a professional referee. So there we are. There we've got it. That's the deal. Gary Lineker can shut up about politics if everybody in the House of Commons and House of Lords shuts up about football. Perfectly reasonable.